Hi, guys, and welcome to your November 2019. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You for the beautiful sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Excuse my voice. I have been dealing with a bit of some sore throat issues, so just ride with me. I got my stuff right here. We're going to get through this, Cancer. Now, your videos would have been uploaded, this particular video, last night, but again, um, I had to walk away from this particular reading. It's one of those things again where I meditated upon your energy and then I walked away because it was heavy. Sometimes if there are certain triggering things in it for me or I'm already not feeling good, I will approach it another day because I do not believe in reading in bad energy. But I will say that I meditated on it before I touched it because I left the cards exactly ready to present to you guys on the board. And, I decided, nope, this is a Mercury retrograde season. It's almost over, but I'm not going to walk away from this one. I had the same issue. What did I think? I think with the either Capricorn video or the Scorpio video. So, I don't want to try to get another message. It may be worse, it may be better, but in the effort of keeping the integrity, we're gonna roll with it. Thank you for that minute introduction. So, for all of my new eyes and ears, thank you so much. I appreciate all of my new subscribers. Let's get started. Um, Everything that you need from me is down below. Everything, but I will give emphasis, put a little bit of light on this deck that I'm dealing with, which is the Island Time Awareness Love Oracle cards. Okay, and I approached these cards for the second half of your messages because I felt that they were a little bit more direct. And if you know me, that's how we get down. Um, One of the things about this energy and this person and what they're not telling you is they really want to keep you confused, Cancer. And it's not in an effort to purposely go out to deceive you. This person is just naturally confused. Um, and when I say that, I'm not talking about the person that you're connecting with in a negative way. What I'm simply saying is the way that they approach things to you is very, very all over the place. So again, I've told you guys when I am trying to let you know how these people are feeling about you, just bear with me because sometimes I'll get messages and I'll get these sporadic all over the place type of things if that's the energy that you're dealing with. And I know that some of you guys are. You don't understand how the person is communicating. You don't understand now how they can even complete a complete thought. You don't understand how they go from intention to action. You don't know. So I'm looking at this. I will tell you right now that I do see a divine feminine and masculine and energy, which is the king and queen of wands. There are so many beautiful things about how this person feels, but they're very confused because there's some codependency issues here, and they kind of look at you to determine how they feel. Now, again, codependency, independence. If you look at codependency in a bad light, then it's going to have bad connotations. I'm not here to break down the psychology of it. I'm just here to say that there is a person that this person that you're connecting with, okay, thank you, Spirit. Um, Basically, they're dealing with some issues, and their codependency stems from suggesting what these cards are suggesting from the peak of the past is that when it comes down to them trying to come up with an idea, they're very idealistic about what they can do, especially as far as finances and career and things that they want to execute in their life. But the addiction part of it, the codependency aspect of this, is that this person bounces ideas off of the other person and they want you to help fuel their passion. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if we go one more down, this could have been someone that you were engaged to. This could have been someone that you were talking about being married to. This is also suggested in the peak of the past energy that there could have been some. This suggests that there was either a missed opportunity to ascend to a higher level of commitment. Don't take the engagement part of it that literal, because for some of you, it was a conversation, it was a thought, it was a we're gonna try this, and then based on the way that this person executed things. They changed their mind or something didn't work. There were aspects of it that didn't work. And it all stems down to addictions are afflicting your love life. And again, if you don't like this word and you feel like that's off-putting to you, then you need to just flat out deal with addictions. And that is what they're hiding. What are they addicted to? Lying? I don't know. Only you know. We're going to get into some of this energy right here. When I start off this reading with the 7 of Cups, and when I go to the bottom of the deck and, sorry, top of the deck energy, and I see the 7 of Swords, this person is confused. On one hand, they want a higher level of commitment. On one hand, you are put in this position where maybe you're, I hate to say this, but this is the only way that I can break it down. Again, I already gave you the disclaimer in the beginning of the video. Out of all of the options, you're the one that they lean on. Do they have other options? Well, judging by this 7 of Swords, there's definitely a deceptive element in what they're doing. Does that necessarily mean third-party energy? Well. You know, when I see options, I don't want to automatically make that about third-party energy, because the 7 of Cups means actually that that your person thinks that there are options, or maybe they think you have options. Remember, this isn't what they're telling you, and sometimes it's how they feel about you, and sometimes it's what they're going through. The way that these cards are laid out kind of lets me know what they're going through, but they're insecure as well. So I will explain both and you take what resonates. So we're going to start off with the notion that this person has what they consider options. Not necessarily an option to replace you, Cancer, but jewelry, cars, all of that. Work. Work is a necessity, but there's elements of deception in the way in which, or something where they're, and remember, this doesn't necessarily mean deception in the standpoint of they're lying to you. They could just have the type of deceptive acting in one's own accord, acting as if they're one person, putting down 2 swords, stealing 5. Think about that. However, they want to operate in that mental capacity. From an emotional standpoint, want to put their energy in several different cups, but yet carry you in the way where you are the person that they consider their divine feminine or masculine. Does that make sense to you? I hope that it does. This is fire energy. Okay? Cancer, you are connecting with a Sagittarius, with a Leo, or an Aries. If this person does not have that in their sun, they have it in one of their inner planets that drives their emotion, moon, love, nature, or style, Venus, or the way that they drive after things that they want, Mars, or the way in which the world sees them rising. You got it? So I hope that made sense. Now, underneath this deception is the Lovers card. What does that mean? Well, you know, there are 2 people in this card. Yes. The other option is yes, they are plain flat out lying. They have dibbled and dabbled in other options represented in this 7 of Cups from a very deceptive standpoint through this energy of the 7 of Swords. However, I still feel that at the bottom of the deck suggests you make them happy. Again, it's a very, those people don't mean anything to me type of energy. You make me happy. If I'm going to put down roots, I'm putting down roots with you. All right, Cancer, let's move on. Bottom of the deck energy of the Romance Angel Oracles indicate that you guys are in the getting to know each other phase, or really need to. This person feels like they really want to get to know you again, it makes no sense. But this person has been so operating in their own interests, and you've been so busy doing, Cancer, and accommodating certain aspects of that notion, you haven't really been getting what you put out. You're not getting back. You can't get that back from a person that operates like that, because they only gave you those 2 swords and took all 5 for themselves. So again, you take the different ways that I'm breaking this down and make it work for you. What I am telling you is that this person, yes, as I adjust my crown, hey queens. Okay, let me stop playing. But seriously, what I'm feeling is this person definitely has done and put you in situations emotionally, physically, possibly. Overall, this person has just a nature about them where they're going to take and they're not going to give. They're quick to take and slow to give. Period. Okay. Now, what they're not telling you is that the romantic feelings is what they want to explore. And this is how they kind of see you. Why do I say that in all of this crazy energy that I'm trying to decipher for you in this Mercury and retrograde edition of What Aren't They Telling You? Well. Here's the thing. The sword and the rose suggests clarity. This is the theme of this. The sword and the rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. You took your power back. I'm telling you, you took your power back. You recognized all of this in this person. And some of you guys flat out confronted them and told them what you wasn't going to do, Cancer. Also, I have your other cards here. Before I get into the bottom of those, of the other 4, basically, I can't really call it the bottom or the top because I pulled 4 of them. The top of that is keys on the ring. The keys on the ring card is talking about options. Okay. And that's when we go back to the 7 of Cups. Look at that. I can't even make it up. So the options that's represented in this 7 of Cups card are the exact same options that are being explored in this keys on the ring card. Decisions, unconventional, somebody felt strung along. This could possibly talk about a one-night stand, but I'm not feeling like that's what this is. But for some of you, this is absolutely this relationship not being, overall for everybody, if you resonate with this, this isn't built on a foundation that's conducive to a long-term committed relationship, period. That's why I said in situations where some of you guys actually does resonate with the situation ascending to a higher level of commitment, it was only based on one-sided. It was only based on the things that you put into this, Cancer, not what you got back. Okay? And they're recognizing this, by the way. They're hoping that you didn't see it, but you put an end to it. Keys on the ring, the options. Let me let you know why you put an end to it. Because they feel stabbed in the back. And they feel stabbed in the back because you started loving yourself first. And you decided, you know what, that's it. Maybe you didn't realize you were loving yourself first, but you broke out of this. You broke out of this and you recognize this. Even if you didn't know what was going on, you still recognize that what you were putting into this investment of the lovers, your deep soulmate connection. And I can tell you, I'm going to show you one more card to confirm, okay, that lover's card in this. And the fact that there's an element in this lovers, an element in this particular connection that is deceptive. There's an element mentally. Swords are mental. Remember, I don't see anything here that indicates that there was a physical. There could have been plenty of cards that came out, but I'm still telling you that there was a selfishness here. Now, for some of you, that 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and lovers is multiple lovers, deception, and blah, blah, blah. I'm really feeling like this particular person, it could be split. For others of you, you found out about it, you put an end to it. It doesn't really matter. If you are a Cancer and this resonates with you so far, you recognized it. You put an end to the fact that simply, even if you didn't know that this person was quote unquote cheating, if that's what was going on, you still realized that you wasn't getting the investment that you put back into this lovers connection, period. And the investment, you would not get a return investment on the soulmate connection. And as a result, you decided to separate. They feel left out in the cold now. There was some level of this where you took your power back. Okay? This Five of Pentacles, and I just want to let you know one last thing before I wrap this up. There was a lot of red flags, and you knew it. You knew it, but we tend to give it a chance when there are feelings there. They definitely felt you up with selling you things. Again, I got to show you this. Selling you that lovers thing. But selling you the lovers, follow me, selling you this. This is what we are. This is what we're going to be. But in actuality, they were giving a little bit to you and taking the rest for themselves. That's what makes the people that resonate with that narrative deceptive. Again, the Sun. So no matter what, they recognize you as the soulmate. They recognize you as the divine feminine or the divine masculine. They recognize you as that. I'm going to go over the rest of the clarification cards here. I just want to talk about finances and career for a second. Not only did you leave them left out in the cold, some of them are struggling with some finances. Some of them are struggling with sickness as well. There are aspects about their finances and career that they have not been honest about. Maybe you resonate with that part and maybe you don't. Remember, no matter what options they have, somewhere in the way that they think with all of this crap that I'm telling you, they still recognize you as their equivalent, period. Aries, if this is an Aries connection, I've already told you that was the very first video that was dropped. And that particular video is called You Are Their Divine Equivalent. That's exactly what this fire energy suggests. So if you're connecting with someone that is Aries, definitely they feel that way. I haven't gotten to Sagittarius yet. We'll find out what happens. Let me go ahead and give you the clarifying card. So as far as the heart and the key, again, you kind of stepped away from this. When we get to the 10, there's nowhere to go but the ace. So in this energy of the 10 of swords, if you're stressed out about this 2 Cancer, trust me, there's nowhere to go but the ace after this. You're going to advance to the ace of swords, period, okay? As far as their deception and what they do, you have nothing to do with that. They have keys on the ring. You stepped away for clarity, period. The bottom line is this is what you wanted, the sword and the rose. It's like, okay, now there's been some harsh communication possibly. I don't know exactly. It had to be because, there is a stab in the back. Someone feels like they just been murdered. That's the cassette card for me. They're playing things over and over in their head, not understanding what went wrong in you guys' communication. They have a really outdated, and I hate to use such a business term, but they have an outdated or antiquated way of thinking when it comes down to things. What does that mean in a nutshell? They're closed-minded. And if they are open-minded to other things, as in business or as in the way that they approach life in other areas of their life, they are definitely closed-minded when it comes down to romance and relationships because they're operating from their trauma. I'm just going to let you know. What I think that you decided to do is love yourself first. Some of you guys are in separation, as I already showed you with this person. And this heart with the key is examining loving yourself a little bit, welcoming love. You've been going out, opening your heart, getting together with people, friends. You're not thinking about this. You're not. You're just like, you know what? It's the holiday season. I'm not about to let you and your foolishness stress me out. I'm going out. If I get an invitation, I normally wouldn't have went. I'm going. This is what I feel like you're exploring right now, Cancer. And then if we go back to the Grim Reaper They're stressed out. I'm sorry, go back to the Ten of Swords. The Grim Reaper is here indicating that this is over with. I'm going to show you another card that indicates they definitely feel abandoned and left out in the cold. They're sick anyway. It's not really helping. If they're not sick, some of them is having some issues in their finances. And that rock that you provided, that source of inspiration, that fall guy effect where no matter what I go out and do, Cancer's got my back. It's gone right now. I don't know how long that's going to last, Cancers, but you have had it, period. The relationship is over. No second chances. You are working on growing and transforming your life. For some of you guys, maybe you will allow them to rebuild, but right now the Grim Reaper is out and you have already told them it is a wrap. In order for them to come back. For some of you guys, if you really did believe in the energy of the lovers and that this person was your soulmate, no matter what, you have to deal with the fact that this could have been your soulmate for real. And there were probably things that you guys shared. But remember, everything that's built on false foundation, guys, will come crashing down. And I feel like the hammer came down. So if the deception between you and this person was indicative of cheating, or if there was just a deception in the way that this person is made up and the way that they approach love, which means that they brought that deceptive way of thinking into your union, either way, you put the kibosh on that and it is a wrap. So right now, they're feeling all sorts of confused and hurt and sick over you walking away. So, you decide what you want to do with this. This is a highly reflective period right now. We are still going to be operating in Mercury retrograde about a good 7 to 8 days after the planet goes direct on the 18th. Some publications say the 18th, some say the 20th. Either way, we're still the Mercury is not going to be 100% operational. So you decide what you want to do. So I'm going to leave you with a positive note because I always try to leave you with something. We're going to stay here and I'm going to leave you these two beautiful cards. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. If you've watched this far, one last thing. As far as the remaining readings, personal readings for the month, we only have 8 left. That's it. We started out with 17. Now we have 8. There are 4 emergency slots and there are 5 weekend readings that remain before I am out on holiday. So please read the community comments tab and understand. And also, if you want to book anything, everything's below. So bye, Cancer. I will see you guys next month when we do it again. Happy Thanksgiving and happy Mercury going direct. Bye, guys.